In the heart of Dadaab, where journeys of struggle and strength meet, a new chapter of peace is beginning. Through dialogue, respect, and the wisdom of our Somali traditions, communities are coming together to heal what conflict once divided. This is the story of how conversation becomes courage and how hope takes root. This documentary follows the voices leading the way toward lasting peace.
Started this project in September 2024, and initially it was to end September 2025. But then we got an extension, and so far a lot has been achieved. So right now we are at about 80% delivery across almost all agencies. Some have been finished or implementation, and so far so good. We're seeing a lot of results from what we initially envisioned as the project's goal, including, for example, doing a political economy analysis, working with partners such as the Danish Refugee Council to roll out the mediation work streams, WFP rolling out their human-centered design projects, UNHCR working around relocating over 10,000 refugees, and OHCHR, of course, building in human rights principles in various laws and policies in the country. But so far, we're very satisfied with the progress of the project. We're nearing the end of it, and so much has been achieved.
These projects in Ifo and Dagale has really helped us in terms of enabling the residents of Dagale and Ifo to peacefully coexist, because they have been taken through by DRC on how to approach conflicts. So whenever they have conflicts, either in sharing resources like water points or pastures, either between the refugees and the host community, or even between the refugees themselves, they have always known how to resolve their issues.
The project was introduced at a time where there was a lot of difficulties. There was a lot of tension, anxiety, a lot of fear that there will be cases of theft, insecurity, and many other things. This is a time whereby we had differentiated assistance programs that came up, whereby people were not able to get what they used to get. So to that case, there was a lot of hunger, a lot of conflict between the hosts and the refugees. That led to an extent that these two communities, that there could be conflict that will arise at any time. So the project was telling us what to do at that time. So it was very timely.
You see, UNHCR's mandate is to protect the forcefully displaced persons and to make sure that they have access to their rights, their safety. They are able to get the essential services that they need. That is what is enshrined in UNHCR's mandate. And how now it is tied to this project is because we cannot be able to deliver or attend to the needs and the rights of the refugees or the forcefully displaced persons if the environment is not peaceful. So we have to make sure that, first of all, the hosting communities and the refugees coexist in a peaceful way so that we are able to deliver on our mandate.
Peace-building effort speaks very well to WFP's mandate. Globally, WFP addresses food security. And in this context, the peace building is linked very closely to the food security and addresses those issues with both the refugee community, the host community also, as well as other humanitarian development actors.
Mediation training that we are doing here in Dadaab this week is essentially about conflict management, non-violent conflict management, with a focus on mediation, defined as neutral and impartial mediation, where there is a third party that supports the parties in conflict to communicate and collaborate to find solutions by themselves that are mutually satisfactory, to satisfy their interests and needs. And it's a voluntary process, so the parties need to come there because they are willing to, or they have the idea that they are willing to solve their conflict.
In a seminar from DRC, and we are talking of this building and mediation of parties. That is how to make peace between parties, clans, and even many things around us as elders. Our work is to work between parties, mediation, and bring peace between clans. So that is what we always should do, and what we are not now learning from this place is the same as we are doing in the communities.
The outcome of this project, according to my experience, what I've experienced for the last days that I've visited or engaged with the community, the police, and the other stakeholders involved in peace, is that one thing that came out is the issue of trust. There was a trust that was created between the police and the communities. And this shows that there is a way of these people talking together, the way of community expressing their anxiety and working with the police hand in hand to ensure that peace is there. The other thing is the aspect of skills development and capacity building. This project has ensured that many people have been capacity built, mostly the camp leaders, both the host and the refugee communities. Because in our visit that we visited, for example, in Ifo and Dagahde, we came to realize that the community leaders had the knowledge how they can deal with these conflicts that are raising, where they can report to. And these partners, all the activities that they have done for them was helping them back, solving many issues at their level. Also, there was the aspect of conflict resolution. This one is a time whereby there are some communities and there was some conflict that arise from grazing land. That tension was too high. There was an extent that we thought there will be bloodsheds. And for that reason, DRC, of which we are thanking them, called for a meeting. The three sub-counties were called, that is Liboi, Fafi, and Dadaab. Community were called. Those three communities, they have sat down, a dialogue was reached, and a resolution was formed at that moment. That also was a plus to us, which was coming from this important project.
Just to sort of give it a background, this is the first one of its kind, and he pioneered without pioneering. The reason for this is because we had to start with a political economy analysis. This is already done, and this analysis highlights some of the ways that refugee peace builder, some of the ways in which you can integrate peace building and social cohesion into refugee management. So that report was completed by the consultant and disseminated to various stakeholders. It is already informing how various policy actions are being taken at both national and county level. We worked with the Garissa County government to review their peace policy. This peace policy now integrates refugee issues, including representation and rights within the policy frameworks of Garissa County. One of the other key achievements milestones has been that we're able to ensure that Shirikapla, this progressive plan by the national government to integrate refugees into the country, has a whole section of it on peace building, and that was basically from the findings here. We also developed an advocacy strategy and plan and implemented it within this particular period. That was a very key milestone. Further, we supported the county to develop mediation action plans. This is where strategic partners like DRC came in. where we actually had actual conflicts being resolved on the ground, including the Liboi conflicts and really the real impact of this project. Key milestone has been that when aid reductions, when various donors started to implement aid reductions, there was the issue around differentiated assistance, and the project was able to support communities and various stakeholders to have platforms for dialogue around issues that emerged out of this differentiated assistance.